Hey, it's Nick here from Greyscalegorilla, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get started using our popular Rotate and Lens tools included in Greyscalegorilla Plus. Our members save a ton of time with these tools in almost every project, so let's head on in and let's get started. All right, here we are in Cinema 4D. Let's get these things installed so we can start using them. First thing you want to do is make sure you have the Greyscalegorilla Hub installed. If you don't see the Greyscalegorilla menu or the Greyscalegorilla Hub, just head on into your Plus account, get the latest version, and once you have this installed, you'll be able to download all of our plugins and assets, including materials, models. It all comes from the hub right here. Once you have this open, you can click Select All. This will select all the plugins. You could click Install. And once you do that, you'll have everything installed. So if we look up here in the Greyscalegorilla menu, you'll see all of the plugins, Transform and Signal and HDRI Link. It's all here, except there are a few missing. And those are the ones I wanted to show you today because those are going to be scripts and those show up in a different place. So they're under Extensions, User Scripts, and then right here, GSG Lens Tools and GSG Rotation Tools. You're also going to find some Signal scripts, but I'll show you those in another video. These are really powerful. Let's just talk about these today. Let's get these docked in our interface so we could start using them. Let's start with the GSG Lens Tools. Go ahead and just click on this little top dotted area right here. And this is going to break this off into a separate little tab. Now, of course, you could start using these right away just from here. Just select the camera and click on these lenses to select the lens. However, if you dock them and put them in your interface, they're easier to use and you don't have to go into this menu to use them in the future. So let me show you how to quickly do that. First of all, I want to take the words out of here and just have the icons. So go ahead and right click up on this little dotted area. Come down here and say show text, just turn that off. All right, next, just go ahead up here and right click again. We're gonna come down here to icon size and we're gonna go to medium icons. Now I'm just matching the icon size that's on my little sidebar. You might have large icons, and if you do, you could change that there as well. All right, now that it's roughly the same size and it's ready to go, I want this to dock in this part of the interface. So all you have to do here is go ahead and just click like a regular left click and drag it down in the interface. You're gonna see this line show up at the very bottom. Once it's on the bottom, you can let go. And now the icons are down here. However, they are oriented the wrong direction. They're going right to left instead of top to bottom, and that's okay. We could fix that again by right-clicking once again, coming down here to change orientation, and boom, there we go. And now you could adjust this and put it in your interface wherever it makes sense for you. Now, I like having the camera tools here, and then we're gonna put the rotate tools right down here as well. I know Chad has them up here in his interface. Same thing, you just change the orientation no matter where you put it in your interface. All right, so let's get these rotation tools set up as well. Let's go to User Scripts, Rotation Tools, and we're just gonna follow the same process here. And we're gonna right click. We're going to make the icon size medium. Gonna right click again. We're gonna make the text go away. And from here, we're gonna do the same thing, drag it in the bottom, right click once again, change orientation. Now we have to do a little bit of adjusting here. Let's just go ahead and grab this, move it down. Let's grab this one, move it down. Don't want to block anything. Okay, I like this layout. Now, as always, if you like your layout and you want to keep it, you do have to save this as a layout. If you close Cinema 4D and open it back up, these will not be there unless we do one final thing, which is go into our window, come down to customization, and you'll see right here, save as startup layout. Now you can also save a layout as and name it whatever you want. You could call it your name. Right here, you could see I have one called GSG Redshift. But if you save it as startup layout, every time you open up Cinema 4D, it will open up this exact layout. So let's just go ahead and do that. All right. Now that we've done that, we have our tools docked in our sidebar, and that means we can start using them right away. Now these scripts are super handy. Let me show you how I use them. So up here in lights, we have this awesome scene here of the clay monster that Chad made. And first thing is, let's go open up the Geo and let's look at this monster. You can see here, if I rotate around this object and gonna move this character around. And then later I want to zero things out. So imagine anything in your scene that is all crooked and you just wanna get it back to zero. You have this button right here called Zero All. This will take any object in your scene and just set it at 0 rotation, kind of get it back to normal so you could start manipulating it. You also have 90X, 90Y, and 90Z. So for example, 90Y, if I grab it, it will flip our character in Y direction in 90 degrees, okay? This I also use all the time with lights. So if you ever pull in a redshift light or area light, and you'll see when it comes into the scene, it's gonna come in nice and bright and usually in the absolute wrong direction. So again, I could just click 90Y and now maybe it's facing in the right direction I want. If not, just keep clicking that button and then I can move it off to the side. And of course, I got to turn this down. And now I have a light that is off to the side of my object, okay? I use that all the time with lights. Okay, let's also talk about these lens scripts. So these first two buttons take these black bars and they make them a lot more aggressive, which I like. It helps you frame your scene a lot more obviously when you're moving your camera around in the viewport here. And then if you want to get rid of them, you could turn them off right here. So this is a nice little guide when it comes to framing your scenes. And then all of these let you really quickly set different lens types on your camera. If you've seen other tutorials, you've heard me talk about never use the default lens on your camera. And that's what these are all about. They're letting you basically screw on any type of lens here really quickly as if you had a big bag full of lenses. And all you have to do is click on them and it will set your camera to that lens focal length. So let's go grab a new camera. And this will work in more than redshift, obviously. Same with the rotate tools. But in this case, we're using redshift. So let's go into cameras and make a new redshift standard camera. If I look through it right now, let's go ahead and just click on the 24mm lens. And of course, a 24mm lens is way zoomed out. So we gotta move it much closer. Now you can see 24mm lens has this, kind of a lot of distortion here. It's really wide angle and it's hard to frame everything up because of its wide angle. And that's why with a lot of desktop types of shoots and product shoots, it's usually looks better to use longer lenses. So instead of these wider lenses, like a 17 is a super fisheye kind of lens. This is the opposite of where we're going, but you can see this is super wide. Instead, we want to use longer lenses. So let's click a 40mm and already it's feeling a lot more like a studio tabletop shoot. And of course, I love these longer lenses that really let us move the camera back and remove some of the distortion issues when it comes to shooting tabletop and product. So really quickly, you can swap your lens and get different looks right here in Cinema 4D. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're a Plus member, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date with everything new here at Greyscalegorilla Plus. We're always adding new stuff. And if you want to keep learning, click that thumbnail that's popping up somewhere here on the screen right about now. And as always, we will see you in another video really soon. Maybe right now. Click it. Bye, everybody.